Hello and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. Joining me right here is Bailey. Hey Bailey, how are you today?
I'm good, Kayden. How are you?
Doing good. So kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got your start in music.
Well, my full name is Arlene Bailey. My band is called Bailey, so that's where you're
Right.
getting that from.
Yep.
I've been singing since I was four, Kayden, and I'll be 44 next week. So that's that gives you an indication of how long it's been. But professionally, I've been singing since I was 17. So, and it would have always been country. It would have always been American country, really, more than anything else. It wouldn't have been anything else. I would have been drawn very much to the likes of George Jones, Tammy Wynette, Crystal Gale. Yeah, I loved all that stuff. So I used to sing that as a kid, and yeah, just went from there. Joined a band, went on tour, and yeah, that's it. And I've been country through and through ever since.
hmm What do you most enjoy about music?
Uh, I love performing. I love getting lost in a song. I could be on stage in like a small venue, but in my mind, I'm in the Grand Old Opry. So I like the fact that it
hmm
can take me, it can take me somewhere completely different to where I am. So um, yeah, and music's great for the soul, isn't it? Really, I mean, it's a great job to have. I'm in a wonderful profession. So I
hmm
mean, you get to play, quite literally play every night you go on stage. You get to have fun.
hmm
So there's not many jobs like that out there.
hmm hmm Do you have someone or something that inspired you to start doing your music?
My family, my parents would have been a big push. My dad would have sang, but not professionally. There would have been a big musical influence in the house from when I was a small child, but no, I guess they saw something in me and they encouraged me to sing. So I did. And as I said, I would get up and sing with bands and stuff from the age of four and loved it. Yeah. It was obviously what I was meant to do.
hmm And if you could duet or collaborate with another singer, who would you choose and why?
Oh God, I definitely have two anyway that I could think of. Crystal Gale, because I think she's fabulous. Shooter Jennings, because I love his style of stuff. Um, yeah, there's a big long list, I'm sure, if I think about it. But yeah, fingers crossed now that I've put it out there into the universe that, it might
hmm
materialize, Gaten. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Yeah. And where can people find you on social media, by the way, Bailey?
Yeah, so my Facebook is Arlene Bailey. My Instagram is Arlene Bailey One, and then the band page on Facebook is Bailey Tunes.
Awesome. And also, what advice would you give someone that might want to start singing?
Um, the sensible, the grown up in me says, go to college and get a qualification so that you have something to fall back on, because
hmm
the dream might not always work out the way you expected it to. But that being said, I think if you have ambition and drive and it's something you really want to do, power through with it, keep going and keep banging down doors, because eventually those doors may open for you.
What do you like to do on your free time outside of music?
Hang out with my pets. I have three dogs, two cats, a gecko.
hmm
I like to go to the gym. Uh, yeah, that's it. I'm easily pleased, Kate, and I don't
hmm
I don't need any big kind of circus or
hmm
hoo-ha.
hmm
I do like to go out for dinner, but yeah,
hmm
that's it.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
hmm hmm Do you have any new singles or any upcoming projects that we can look forward to?
Yeah, so the album has just been released there recently, and it's on all the usual platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and the likes. But yeah, so we're just busy promoting that now. And the recent single is called Everything I'm Not, which I really love. That was written for me by a Nashville-based songwriter. So yeah, it's kicky and upbeat and fun, and it's of course country.
hmm Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Uh, Probably very close to where you are right now. So yeah, the States. I've
Mhm.
always loved America. I've always enjoyed my time there. I had planned to move at some point, and hopefully down the line, maybe that might materialize for me. But that's where I think my audience is, you
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
and my favorite place to be is the States.
So how long have you lived in Ireland?
Well, I was born and bred here, but I left
Mhm.
when I just turned 17, and I
Mhm.
was gone for about 14 years
Oh, wow.
because I was traveling quite a bit. But yeah, I've been here now for the last little while, and it's the base, and it's nice. It's good to be home after years of being away and traveling the world. But yeah, I look forward to doing more travel in the future, though. That being said, you can't really sit still as a musician. You have to be willing to up and go.
Mhm. What does a typical day look like for you?
Uh, hmm, a typical day. So I always say I farm in the mornings because of the animals. So
Mhm. Mhm.
they have to be fed, watered, and all the usual. And even though it's only three dogs and two cats, they can still be a
Mhm.
lot of work.
Yep.
So I do that, and then I like to have a coffee in my back garden and have a little think to myself and have some breakfast, hit the gym, come back, hit the computer, and
Mhm.
try and break down those doors.
Mhm.
We gig a lot as well. We are a working band, so our weekends are predominantly filled with dates. I mean, at the minute it's a bit weird with the whole fallout from COVID, but yeah, so that's the week tends to be very short when you're a working musician. The time flies.
Mhm. Yep. 'Cause there's so much into it, you know?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
between
Mhm.
rehearsals or travel and
Mhm.
whatnot. So yeah, it's not just as simple as you stood on stage from 10 to
Mhm.
12 or whatever. It's all the other bits around it.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I guess a normal day for me is rarely normal, and it's not always the same, except for those
Mhm.
those few bits. As I said, the animals will always be there and need to be minded.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm a dog mom.
Mhm. What would you be doing right now if it wasn't for music?
I would have liked to have been a psychologist. That was on my list. Um, what else? I don't know, Kayden, to be honest. And that's maybe a good thing because it means I'm so
Yeah.
transfixed on what I'm
Mhm.
doing, where I'm going.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do you know, I'd love to be able to act. I'm a terrible actress. But I would love to be, yeah, I'd love to be an actress, I think. But again, quite rubbish. And like, I'd love the idea of comedic roles, but I laugh at my
Mhm.
own jokes. So I'd be no good.
So were you an actress like when you were younger or never or
No, no, I
oh,
mean
okay.
school plays and stuff like that, but no,
Yeah. Mhm.
I was
Yeah, nothing out of that. Mhm.
catastrophic. My brother is a professional actor, and
Oh, I
he would
see.
often he'd
Mhm.
get me to run lines with him, and he'd be, full on professional, and I'd be like literally like it was just reading it off a page. No good.
Mhm. Yeah, but that's totally different when you're singing versus acting. So, like, mhm.
It's a form
You
of
feel
acting
it
in
from your
itself.
heart. Yeah, you feel it from
Yeah,
your heart, I feel like,
that's
when
it.
you sing. Mhm.
Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
We can't all be great at everything. So
Yeah. Mhm. 'Cause this is what I do best. This is DJing and interviewing and all that, so
yeah, and
it's
do you
what I
love
do
what you
best.
do?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. So,
yeah.
mhm.
Fair play to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So do you have a favorite song that you have, released?
Um, Most likely that last one that I mentioned, Everything I'm Not.
Mhm.
Only because it's, as I said, it's an original. It came from Nashville, and it's very kick-ass and a little bit strong, independent woman. Like
Mhm.
it's funny, it's tongue in cheek, and I think that's what the best country generally is it's light-hearted. It's not to be taken too seriously, but it has some sort of a message at the back of it all.
Mhm. What is one message that you would like to give your fans or anyone listening?
Well, if you're in Ireland, go to bed because it's after midnight. No, I don't know. Just I appreciate people listening, tuning in. I love when I've done a radio interview or a podcast and somebody hits me up on Instagram. I love, that connection with people. If they like what they hear, get in touch, follow, listen. I just want people to be well and happy. And as I said, appreciate if you want to come along for the ride and listen to our music. We're very grateful for that. And I'm also very grateful for this, Kayden, for tonight. And thanks so much for reaching out, because it's always nice to make new friends.
Absolutely. Not a problem. And lastly, is there anything else that I forgot that you'd like to share with us today, Bailey?
No, not anything I can think of off the top of my head. But as I said, I'm really grateful to get the opportunity to speak to you, and especially to an American audience, because,
Mhm.
it's a great place.
Absolutely. Well, again, I just want to thank Arlene Bailey, aka Bailey, for joining me right here on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. We appreciate your time to talk to us today, Arlene, aka
Thanks,
Bailey.
Kayden.
No
Take
problem.
care.